Well, family, welcome to Wednesday study, Paul and Colossae. Paul and Colossae. I love this study today. I like the book of Colossians a lot. Both of these books are favorite books of mine. Philippians and Colossians. These are great, great books. By the way, it's December 31. It's December 31 today. This is the final day of the year. You made it. You made it. You made it. And I don't care what has happened to you. You thank God for the fact that you've gotten to this day. A lot of people didn't make it, but you made it. Thank God that He's allowed us to see this day. I'm in December 31, and I'm in the book of Colossians. Colossians chapter 1 and verse 7. The Bible says, "Just as you learned it from Epaphras, our beloved fellow bondservant, our servant in the Lord, who is a faithful servant of Christ on our behalf." How did the gospel get to Colossae? Paul never visited this place. It got there through this young man by the name of Epaphras, one who was converted while Paul was in Ephesus preaching the gospel. Epaphras was moved by Paul's ministry and went back home and shared the gospel, which is what we're supposed to do when we're touched by what God has done in our lives. We're supposed to tell people, we're supposed to help people, we're supposed to lead people to Jesus Christ. Paul is a witness wherever he goes, and he takes this gospel of the kingdom and shares it with Epaphras. Epaphras goes, and all over Colossae, a church is being born. And that's the power of how we can touch people when we become infectious Christians. Not only is Paul touching those lives, the Bible says in Revelation chapter 1 and verse 4 that the 7 churches in Asia, right? Grace and peace from Him who is and was and who is to come, and from the 7 spirits who are before His throne. How did them churches get there all over Asia? The Apostle Paul's ministry. And those converts who continue to spread the gospel. Paul was in Ephesus in the mid 50s, right? The mid 80 50s. Paul is in Ephesus and he's preaching. Epaphras is led to Jesus Christ, but there also Philemon is led to Jesus Christ while Paul is preaching in this place called Ephesus. People are being drawn to Jesus Christ. This city of Colossae was about, they say here, 9 miles southeast of Laodicea. Laodicea ought to be in the ear of good Adventists. That ought to ring bells when it comes to Revelation, the book of Revelation. It was about 9 miles southeast, 15 kilometers southeast of Laodicea. It's only now being excavated, but some things are true already that we know. The people in this city were people who were pagan in orientation. They worshiped Roman gods. They had a strong pagan culture. So it was difficult to be a Christian at Colossae. Like all the Roman territories, difficult to really maintain your faith there. But there were faithful people there still serving the Lord, still doing what God called them to do, even amid this pagan environment and culture. This Philemon is one of those people. And this Epaphras in Colossae goes back home. These people are converted and then they become agents of conversion. That's my takeaway from the lesson today that really touches me. The Apostle Paul is ministering to people in other cities through people who have been converted. How powerful is that?